entire team. Really, really proud of the way that our guys came out from halftime and competed. We knew Texas Southern would really be ready. They had a little time to get ready, get their legs under them. The two kids, Riley and Thomas, are very talented players. And, you know, we couldn't guard them man-to-man for most of the time that we tried to guard them. They were just, you know, 5 small guys. It was a matchup problem for us. The speed with which they ran their stuff was tough, and we kind of knew that would be a problem. I hoped that we would do a little better than we did in it, but we didn't. They made 7 threes, and we probably had a few bad possessions offensively in the first half. Took a few shots that, you know, we don't really need to take, and because of that, we found ourselves in a hole. But really rallied, you know, made a consistent effort to get the ball inside in the second half. Did that well. Guys made plays, finished, and then our zone helped us in the second half as well as late in the first.
Questions?
Really a breakout game for City, Coach. How nice is it to see him play that way, especially having
Well, he's
Landry
been
and
playing well, excuse me, all fall. I've been saying that he's one of our most improved players. You know, obviously he's only about 3 weeks off a meniscus surgery, so he's still probably not 100% to where we would like to get him. But, you know, he's always been a good rebounder. He's always been a physical defender. He's just a guy that we've continued to work. You know, Mike Manecki does a good job with our big guys, and we've spent a lot of time with him improving his back to the basket game. And that's, you know, it's a credit to him because it's been a product of 2 years of labor. And, you know, we're starting to see the results. And you know, he had a very productive first game for us. I think he had 9 points and was 3 for 3 and 3 for 3 from the line. And then obviously he came in and gave us a big spark while Landry got in foul trouble tonight.
Talk about in the first half, you guys had a problem finishing at the basket. Did you go into halftime and kind of stress that, you know, you got to finish things?
Yeah, I mean, we missed some shots around the rim. That happens. We also took a few bad shots or more difficult shots than we needed to. Some shots that we've taken in the other games that, you know, when you've had leads and you've been able to kind of play a little looser, where we didn't let some things kind of, you know, let some plays play themselves out. We kind of, you know, rushed it. And so we had a few bad possessions, or we had some possessions that we didn't take advantage of with missed shots around the rim. I do think we missed more shots in the rim. And then, you know, at halftime we certainly talked about, hey, this ball's going inside. Like, you know, whatever we got to do to get it inside, get it inside. We have a size advantage here. You know, I only want open threes and inside baskets. And I thought our guys showed good discipline. I thought our guards showed good discipline and patience to find them, made good post feeds. And then, you know, we found some threes out of penetration later in the possessions.
Was this the most Jerron's been locked in, especially early in the game?
Oh, I don't know if it's the most he's been locked in. I think we certainly needed him. You know, you know, we certainly needed him more this game than some other games when, you know, everybody's making threes and it gets loosey-goosey and you're playing with a big lead, and you know, it's easy to play that well. Easier to play well then than it is, you know, you're down at half and now we need to go make baskets, and that's what your best players are for. I mean, your best players are, you know, are there to play in crunch time. And you know, he certainly played well. You know, I thought Jordan Roque had a good solid game, especially in the second half, just moving the ball and making a few plays and drives. That was good to see. And obviously City's spark was a big part of what we did in the second half as well.
What are your thoughts on the way that you guys have kind of pulled away in these first 3 games? You guys have played well in the second half of all 3 games. And been
well,
able to
we're
put
more
some distance.
talented. We need to be pulling away. We knew tonight's game would be, this team was more dangerous than the other 2. More experienced players back, 3 starters back from a team that, you know, won 23 games and went to the NCAA tournament and won their league multiple times. So we knew this team, you know, they obviously went to Michigan State last year and won, Kansas State and won. Like, they weren't going to be afraid. They just need to get themselves into a close game and then, you know, see what happened. And they had one for a half, but, you know, to our guys' credit, we kind of slammed the door on them in the, you know, middle of the second half. And you know, I'm really proud of the way our guys played in the second half, because it could have gone the other way where we got a little nervous, got scared, you know, and they didn't build off of your, you know, your indecisiveness, and they play better, and then you're in for a real challenge. So I thought our guys came out and followed our game plan exceptionally well in the second half, executed, played with great confidence and toughness, and really dominated the game in the second half.
It seemed like the first half offensively was a lot of ISO getting in, but then that, especially the start of that second half, The intent
Yeah,
to
I don't know if it was
deliberately get the
ISOs
ball.
as much. I mean, there was a couple maybe, but I think there was just a lot of guys breaking some plays off and trying to go make a play, so it maybe looked like an ISO, where guys, maybe took a few shots that are ill-advised, or there's another part of a play. If you don't shoot, that part of the play might be open, and we kind of rushed through some of that. And again, in the first half of some games, you kind of do that sometimes when it doesn't feel like you're worried about every possession. And certainly as a result, we had a few bad possessions in the first half.
How much momentum do these 3 wins give the team going into Vegas?
Well, it helps. Certainly it helps. We're going to get on a plane on Saturday and fly out there and play on Monday, and certainly feel better going into it 3-0 than 0-3. But really, by the time we get out there and start playing again, it'll some of it will be past you, and you just got to go play the next game. But certainly we're excited that we're 3-0 and have a little better fan support tonight. Hope we can continue to build on that. Generate some interest in our team and our program, and get more and more folks to want to come out and watch us.
You've seen a couple of the opponents that you will see or might see in Las Vegas. Besides the results on the court, what are you looking for out of your team in that trip?
Yeah, it's a good question. I just want to see us continue to compete, play loose, and I need to get some other guys going, like Gabe DeVoe. We need to get him going a little bit more consistently. Nice to see City play well. Josh missed one. He made a great move and then missed the layup. And then I came right back to him with an out-of-bounds play, and he made a nice move and scored. Be nice to see him play a little bit better. So we just got to continue to work on some guys that haven't played as much and get them comfortable and confident to where we're not just playing 6 guys, where we're playing 8 guys, 9 guys, consistently, because we're going to need that as we move through the ACC season.
Any update on Legend?
Close. I think we're getting closer to finding something out, and hopefully we'll know something 100%, maybe even tomorrow.
Scoring's up all over the country, but I think you guys are leading right now in defense, and it doesn't seem to be bothering you guys, the rule changes and all that kind of stuff. What do you attribute that to?
Well, I mean, we're certainly defensive minded in the way we approach things, and I don't think we give up as many quick baskets as other people, and so our defense means longer possessions, probably less possessions for us on offense. I think sometimes, throughout my career, some of our possessions, our offensive possessions, are faster than people realize. We actually shoot quicker than people think. I mean, the first 2 games, especially the UTSA game, we shot after 1 or 2 passes multiple times. But because our defense requires you to work and move the ball and, use clock, it leads to less points, less possessions, less field goal attempts.
All good. Thank you.
Okay.